June is upon us, Ellen. A time to climb in the trees and swim in the lakes and just run uninhibited through the fruits of nature. But if you've done all that, then go back inside, because there are some games out in June as well.
Trade hard-won cash for nostalgia this June as a remastered version of Hectic Kart Racer Crash Team Racing arrives on consoles. Play as characters from the Crash Bandicoot series, such as Crash and presumably others, as you vie for first place this summer.
Did you play the original Crash Team Racing? Did you have it on the PlayStation?
No.
No, I didn't know. It wasn't a PlayStation.
I had a PlayStation, but I had not much money, so...
It came out in the late 90s, I think it was 99, I want to say, Crash Team Racing.
Yeah.
So it was, it wasn't like the earliest game in the PlayStation.
No, true, but the only Crash Bandicoot game that I played was one that was the demo level on a CD given out with a PlayStation magazine or something years ago.
That's all you need.
Also had Wipeout on it.
That's all you need.
That's all I played of those games.
Why pay more?
But Crash Team Racing.
Yeah.
Fun, nostalgic trip for those who did play Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Bash Bandicoot.
I feel like the kart racer is due a comeback.
Yeah.
Let's put some
been a few.
modern franchises in. It used to be like anything that was big, you also made a kart racer version.
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Fortnite should have a kart racer.
Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't a mode. That's going to be in the next season pass, isn't it?
We should have sold that idea instead of giving it away for free.
Damn, and Epic callers.
The game has retro skins, so that you can, if you want, you can make everything look a little bit more like it did in the olden times.
Because it's nice, so, if you have your old game but can't play it anymore because your PlayStation has finally died, your PlayStation 4 can at least play something that looks like the old game. Which is nice.
I think these sort of PlayStation era remasters, as far as I understand, are actually selling quite well, like the Spyro Reignited trilogy and the Crash Insane trilogy. I believe they've actually been really successful. So there you go, Billy Boots. It's time to do some Crash Team Racing. The massive and massively multiplayer online RPG Elder Scrolls Online gets its newest expansion in June, taking players to Elsweyr, the homeland of the cat-like Khajiit. As well as the new area and all the quests contained therein, you can also enjoy playing as the new Necromancer class. So we played a bit of this.
Yes, we have.
The Necromancer class involves doing things with corpses, so like summoning dead things out from the earth.
And then the skeletons jump at them.
Yeah, you like fling a skeleton at your enemies. There's a move you just throw a flaming skull.
Yeah.
Flame skull at things.
Great.
It seems like a pretty cool class.
It's the Khajiit as well.
Yeah.
There's all these like cute little cats of all different kinds. The little tummy cat ones. The little hoods.
All different shapes and sizes.
And pull their little noses. Fluff their little cheeks.
It's quite the struggle. But yeah, the thing that I really like about Elder Scrolls Online is I think it's the most accessible MMO out there because it has something akin to the level scaling system that you get in Skyrim, whereby the game sort of levels up with you, which means that you can do anything in the game in any order, and it will always be sort of like roughly equivalent difficulty no matter when you do it. So I like the idea that if you jump into Elder Scrolls Online, even though it's now a game that has had many expansions and has become bigger and bigger and bigger and more features have added in, still if you create a character now, you can go wherever you want in the world. Yeah. You're not funneled through.
You're not barred off from certain areas because you're not
high level enough. And you can play in groups of people who are sort of stronger, and the game kind of balances everything out a little bit.
You might not have heard of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night before, but there's a much stronger chance you'll have heard of the game that inspired it. Bloodstained comes from the ex-lead producer of the Castlevania series, and is something of a spiritual sequel to the 2D Gothic horror franchise. This looks really cool. It was also kickstarted as well.
Really? Oh, interesting.
It was a big thing, and then there's been a recent trailer because they kind of showed a sneak peek and everyone went, this looks bad. And so they made a trailer.
I was like, we're going to make a trailer that makes it look good.
Well, they made a trailer showing how everyone said that it looks bad.
Oh, okay.
And then showed all of the improvements that they'd made to it.
Oh, right.
So it was amazing. So like the guy's like sitting in his chair being like, I will prove them wrong! And I'm like, yes!
That sounds
so
quite fun,
good.
actually.
He's really good. He's got a really good sense of humour. Like when they announced it, he was just like in this big chair being like, yes. And I'm like, everyone, and like all the Castlevania fans understandably are like, yes.
Yeah, I've never really played a Castlevania game, but I feel like I know them quite well now just through work, like doing research.
Just
for
osmosis
videos and
standing
stuff.
next to Andy.
Yeah. Yeah. You just get that sort of gothic vampire stuff.
Yeah.
But they look really fun, and that style of gameplay where you go get an upgrade and it means you can unlock another area.
Yeah, very kind of Metroidvania style-y.
So I think this one could be quite exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude knows his way around that kind of game.
Yeah.
And being instrumental in so many Castlevania games.
Yeah.
So yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You might recall Job Simulator, an early hit on the VR scene which dropped you into a cubicled office environment staffed by robots. Now, as those robots set out to uncover what else humans got up to besides working, you can experience more virtual reality thrills in a holiday setting with Vacation Simulator. So we played Job Simulator,
yes.
and it was genuinely one of the funniest things
really funny.
that we've done in VR.
It was just you like throwing things.
Yeah, like I was
all it
firing
was.
a stapler. But the game has a real nice sense of humour,
Yes.
I think. There's the central conceit that you're in a sophisticated job library simulation staffed by these robots, and they're basically trying to recreate the robots' idea of what humans used to get up to. Is really funny. So everything's slightly wrong, and I think this is going to take that kind of humour to the next level. I think because just the idea of robots trying to plan you a vacation or something. It's like, and now for relaxation, commencing relaxation.
Yeah, it's really good. It's got different locations and stuff as well. So you've got a beach, or you've got a place in the snow.
Yeah.
it's just really cute.
Yeah, the robots look cute. It looks really. Yeah, it looks nice.
It's the same little robots as well. They're the same little hovering screens.
CRT monitor kind of things.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a nice idea. Yeah, so happy to see more of this.
Get ready to make your own Mario levels, or at least to have your YouTube sidebar flooded with videos of the hardest ones ever created. Yes, it's Mario Maker 2, a sequel to the game that lets you build your own platforming stages, then publish them online for other people to play. In this brand new version on Switch, expect new power-ups, new level themes, and terrain options. I have never tried Mario Maker.
No, me either.
Weirdly enough.
I have seen those YouTube videos.
I've watched a lot of YouTube videos of Mario Maker,
Yeah.
and just it's the ones where it's 3 people out of 3,000 have achieved this.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'm not sure I'll play this second one either, but
Yeah.
I feel like I will still benefit from it being in the world.
Oh, completely.
In virtue of getting to watch and enjoy other people playing
and
these very creative levels.
It's really fun. It's not only fun for the ridiculous YouTube videos as well, but it's also fun for anyone thinking of going into games design and working how to design a level and how you kind of balance things and making it, fun or making it really difficult, and just being oh wow, people at Nintendo really know what they're doing, don't they?
This isn't as easy as you think. Yeah. One of the joys of the 2D Mario platformers is that even though it's been going for years and years and years, when you play a new one that comes out, you still feel like there are sort of fresh ideas in that 2D platforming thing. I'm not really one for level designing. I was never
I
big
don't
into
have the patience for it.
level editing, but
Maybe if people make them and send them to us,
I'd
maybe
give it a
you'll
go.
see some stuff on
Of
Xtra.
course.
Subscribe. Hint.
The 12th entry in the Samurai Shodown series of fighting games is out in June. The long-running brawler was, back in the day, one of the first beat-em-ups to focus on weapons-based combat. The latest entry will pack 16 total fighters at launch, including 13 returning characters and 3 brand new ones. So this is a sort of reboot for the Samurai Shodown series, is my understanding. Andy's played this already, he's had a go, and he seemed to enjoy it. I haven't talked to him in too much detail about it.
Resident fighting game fan.
Yeah.
Thought.
Yeah, I mean, you never. The thing about these fighting games is that it's quite hard to tell how great they are until they get out in the world.
The real
and,
fans get hold of it.
until the real hardcore people decide.
Like the people
if
who
it's good or
only
not.
play fighting games.
Yeah.
You don't know until they've got their hands on it.
Yeah. One of the things that's interesting about this one, though, is that it seems like I read an interview where the director was talking about it, and I think they're laser targeting it at esports, basically. So they're really hoping that it will become an esports game that people play competitively. Possibly it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But
we've got samurai swords, and there's other various swords as well, slight differences in weapons and stuff, which is quite interesting and fun. And
it's got a good. I like the visual style.
really
as well.
pretty aesthetic, yeah. Motorsports continues to exist for another year, and as such, June brings us F1 2019. The latest game continues to pack all the cars and all the circuits from real racing, but adds F2 cars and an F2 prologue to the career mode that lets you build up some rivalries with other racers before you go into your big F1 season. Cars?
Cars, yeah. So I was talking to Mike.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, good, because otherwise we won't know what's
going on. Well, you would think that F2 would be better than F1 because it's one better, but in fact, it's different. There's hang on, wait, less powerful cars and generates less downforce, so they slide around a bit more, is what Mike said. So,
right.
Yeah. So, but you know, F2 is where a lot of the racers who will go on to be the biggest F1 superstars are kind of cutting their teeth and sort of proving themselves. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's like how you get the football leagues.
Yeah,
It goes 3, 2, 1 champions.
Yeah,
Premier.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're going to add the only F2 female racer, F2 or F1 female racer into the game as DLC after it comes out, because she's in the 2019 season. So
exciting!
Yeah, apparently they're releasing this game a little bit earlier than they usually do this year.
It's usually like August, September.
If you say so, I'll take your word for it.
I just remember doing a Games 4 with F1 and PES. And I was like, that's usually September, isn't it?
Coming? Yeah, but they're releasing it at a slightly different time so that you can basically be playing the game for when more of the real season is actually taking place. So if you want to sort of play along and role play it, yeah, it's really sweet. Mike's also saying that they've got some quite interesting graphical improvements, like some interesting things they've done with the lighting. So look out for that, and a bit more customization on your car's livery.
Nice.
So those are some of the games coming out in June. If you could only play one, which would you be playing?
Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls.
Just because of.
Since you told me about the Castlevania producer and his videos,
that looks really like fun. He looks like fun.
Yeah.
And I imagine that there's going to be some ridiculous stuff in that game.
There are lots more games coming out in June. We've only sort of highlighted our favourites, but if there's anything coming out in June that you think everyone should be aware of, then drop a note in the comments. And do drop us a like, and why not subscribe if you enjoyed this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we never thought of that before, have we?
That's a good idea.
Hang on,
maybe if you hit that bell button as well, and then you get told when we make a video. That's pretty good.
That could work.
That might be good, actually.
Try it, guys, and let us know if it works. Interesting. All right. Well, thank you for watching. See you next time.